Well, today is March 31st, 2020. The end of the March season. I'm a March Aries, so kind of sentimental for me. Today, I'm going to address more personal things, interactions with each other, the ones you love, the ones you don't really care too much about, interactions in general. It's your favorite Trini, March Trini, and this is another episode of social distancing. Interactions. Now, what people fail to realize and understand is that everyone interacts differently. People come from different backgrounds. People have different perceptions. People have different interpretations about the same thing, but different nonetheless. You can grow up in the same household and have a completely different understanding as to how to do the same thing. You could be from the same household and have a different understanding of love. You could be from the same household and have a different understanding of finances, of everything. You could be in the same room with someone, and I might come out with saying that room was blue, and the next one could walk out and say it was pink. um, with that understanding, you need to ensure that your interactions are as clear as possible. Knowing fully well that there is a high chance that it's not going to be understood or appreciated or accepted. So once that understanding is there, it's a start of a lot of how shall I say, less complicated feelings, emotions, etc. I might come up to you and be like, oh my gosh, I don't like that shirt. And you could take it as a personal attack. You might take it like a fashion attack. You could take it in different ways. You might take it as, oh my gosh, thanks for the heads up. Everyone interprets things differently. With that understanding, you are now able to communicate better with others, knowing fully well that if you put yourself in the other person's shoes, there's a high probability that you might interpret what the person is saying the way it is meant to be interpreted. Now, here is my personal opinion comes into play. Everyone holds someone else at a different standard, period. So you will hold your child at a different standard to another child. You'll hold your parents at a different standard to other parents. You would hold your relationships at a different standard to other people. You might watch your relationship and think that certain things should happen in it, and observe others and think that, wow, these things work. You might watch TV and see these interactions and be like, wow, if it was me, I would never. And then you might be in your own situation and can't see that the interaction or the situation is the same or similar. It's like someone saying, oh my God, I don't know how she taking that from her man, and that'll make no sense. But you're in an outside relationship, and you're basically the outside woman, and you clearly don't need to take nothing because you're not in the relationship. Your relationship is unorthodox. Doesn't belittle the situation, but it's similar. It's not the same thing. Same thing as you watching someone else's child and being like, oh my God, if he had done that, I would whoop his ass. And when little Johnny throw down everything, you're like, oh, that's so cute. I didn't mean, you know what I mean? So everybody has a different understanding. Where do these understandings come from? Experience, personal things that you have learned over time, observations you have seen, things that you prefer to yourself in comparison to others. these things would affect how you deal with certain interactions, experiences, etc. The point to take away is that everyone is different. That's the first thing to take away. Everyone is different. Everyone has the right to feel some type of way about whatever the situation is. So you have every right to feel whatever type of way you feel. The third is that you communicate as effectively as you should. If you know that you're talking to somebody that you care about and you're being very vague and stuff like that, that's not going to be helpful. So if the person you love, you try to be a little more accommodating to. If it's family, try to be a little more accommodating. Friend, a little more accommodating, because you consider these people in your life. Now, strangers and stuff, I'm neither here nor there in it, but I'll still say you're human, so be nice. But you mightn't put as much effort. Each interaction, you try to take away something from it, and then lastly, grow from it. Learn from it. Delve into it. Experience it. But know that every interaction, every moment, every situation is different. So I might take a certain amount of bad behavior now. 2 days in a row, you eat my chocolate. On the third day, you evaporate. Right? I might take horn for 10 years, and on the 11th year, I want a divorce. I might eat meat for 20 years, and then one day I just give it up. I might be drug free, never use drugs for 30 something years, and on the 31st, I start. Mental health, emotional health, physical health, spiritual health. That is important, that's critical. That will affect how you respond to these situations. Que sera, whatever will be, will be. But in your little world, in your dynamic, you try to control yourself, your people, your personality as much as possible. And with that, March tuning out. Tell me what you think. Last day in March, tomorrow April the 1st. Don't be coming with me, out that timing April Fool's joke. Love you all.